Hi everyone. So I don't know if you can see, but I've got a big problem here. So basically I have this set of bookshelves. I'll link them in the description, but they're the JYSK Gazelle, I think. These are wonderful, very cheap. I think mine was only €25. It's a bit like IKEA, you have to kind of like build it up yourself. But yeah, it's a wonderful bookshelf, but I need another one. So I have ordered one and it's just arrived. So I thought I would actually do a bookshelf organization video. So I think I'll build a shelf. Yeah, I'm just gonna organize my books. So yeah, basically I have a little pile here. That's just books I got really recently. I think I got this from Owl Crate. I got some of these books in Edinburgh and then those just came in my unplugged today. I've got 2.5 kind of really big piles and I think if I put one more book on top of them they'll topple over. And yeah, here's my JYSK bookshelves and they are a bit messy. I don't know, it's just a bit too cluttered for my liking. So at the very top I have this Alice in Wonderland bag, which I really love. I've got a designer Coach bag that I keep in my dust jacket, and then I've got the illustrated Harry Potters, just because they're very bulky, like they're very long, so they don't really fit in a bookshelf very well. So this shelf basically is just books I've read recently. Some of these are, yeah, that's all TBR. Some of these I have read, but some of them are TBR as well. I have my Nintendo Switch there for some reason. I'm a Christian and I have like all my Christian books here. I've got some non-fiction. And then I have like my Bible stuff there. And then the bottom shelf is just nothing. Like I think it's DVDs and Lauren Conrad books, you know. Definitely books, some books I'm going to get rid of. I've got like kind of gameplay books. I could put them downstairs actually. And then I've got some cookbooks there and some, I think my whole Nintendo DS games are in that basket. So I just need to find another home for the things that are here and maybe make this a bit prettier. So I think I will have a Christian book non-fiction shelf as well, but I think I'll make that prettier. But basically my normal books, so just my books I read for pleasure, are literally just kind of organized by how I bought them. So I have, I think some of my oldest TBR are here, and then my newer ones obviously are the piles. So yeah, it's not really organized in any way, it just needs some organization. I have these lights too, actually I'll stick them on. So yeah, I've got these pink lights actually and I really love them. But yeah, it's just a bit too cluttered. I've got a few things that I got in book boxes. I have bookish candles here, a mug that can definitely go in the kitchen, a water bottle that can go in the kitchen as well. I did measure it and I can basically fit another one of these shelves here. So it'll look good, I think, the two of them together. And I'm glad they're the exact same size. So yeah, I will have 10 shelves. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will have 10. So I think I'll divide my books out by genre, but I'll see. So yeah, as I said before, I don't really have any organization really. It is just kind of the order of how I bought them is how I shelved them. If I pick them up, they're a little bit just skewed everywhere. The books I've read are just kind of mixed in. So I would like to organize my books by genre. I think that would be cool. The only thing is I do have a lot of books where I'm like, I'm not quite sure what the genre is. You can make an educated guess and then maybe change. So yeah, I think I'll get building this shelf. I don't know how much I'll film because I think it will be quite awkward, but yeah. So yeah, here it is. It is a bit heavy. I think I will need to take it out of the packaging and carry all the pieces up. I did build it before, so I know it's not too hard to do. it's the next day. This is what it looks like currently. I didn't change this shelf. I think my idea was move this shelf over and put the new one here, because I think I do want to put these kind of more hidden away. So just at the moment, there isn't really any organization going on. I just have them in like oldest to newest, really. Yeah, I need to work on that. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is take all the books out, maybe place them on my bed and decide what genre they're supposed to be in, and then kind of dedicate the shelves to a particular genre. I'm also realizing this is kind of like my favorite setup. I think the idea of using every single kind of nook and cranny of a shelf. Obviously it's not totally full. I've kind of got the series of unfortunate events that I've read, and I've actually got the rest of them there because I haven't read them yet, and I've got a little space here. But I think I like the idea that it's not like Tetris and like filling up every single spot rather than leaving these gaps here. So I think that would be my ideal. I actually don't have enough books to do that, so that'll happen soon, I'm sure, because I buy a lot of books. Hello. So it's been a few days and I finally have some free time to actually organize the books that are on here. I think I would like to organize my books by genre. I haven't done that before. I've kind of just got read and unread and kind of by height, but I think I'd rather do it by genre this time and just see if I like it. Yeah, so I thought I would actually like try to plan it out first before I start chucking all the books down. So yeah, this is the current state of affairs. Not much difference since I last updated. I actually have more books. But yeah, so everything's just kind of like piled in, and I've decided I'm going to get rid of everything here and just put them elsewhere. I will have like a non-fiction shelf, but I think I want to make this prettier than everything else by genre. That's what I came up with so far. I don't know, because I don't know how many of each genre I have. So I think this will be beneficial actually. It will be really beneficial to organize it by genre. But I'm thinking childhood. So books that I read when I was small. I think like Harry Potter and a series of unfortunate events, probably, because they're the books I read when I was really tiny. I was thinking of classics and then retellings. All classic books. I've got all my Austen collection and everything like that. I was thinking like fairy tales as well, because I don't know, kind of classics overlap with fairy tales. And then I have a few like retellings. So you've got like Song of Achilles and Circe, that's Greek mythology retellings. I have To Kill a Kingdom, which is the Little Mermaid retelling. So I think I'll do a classics and retellings. I was going to have a contemporary shelf, but I actually think all my contemporaries are romance novels, so I think I might just make a romance. I think I definitely want to do like a thriller, murder mystery / horror. Like I don't have a lot of scary books, so I think I'll put the thrillers and murder mysteries together with horror. Then I think dystopians and like dystopia and sci-fi probably down the bottom. I have a lot of dystopia, and then I have a few actual sci-fi books, so I think I'll put them together with that. I have fantasy here, but I think I'll definitely need to make 2 shelves for that. I think historical fiction and historical fantasy I'll put together. I just have general fiction, and then I have young adult, but I might move that over, I think, and then I'll do non-fiction. So we'll see where that goes. This might go to crap. I think the first thing I want to do is take everything off. I might divide everything by genre on the bed, I think, and then I'll start putting everything up. So yeah, we will see how this goes. Oh dear, this is going to be an endeavour. So yeah, I thought I would just like get rid of this basically. Oh, I think my Switch can go somewhere else as well. I have basically all of these walkthrough things, so it's like PlayStation / DS ones, but I think I'll put games and stuff. Actually, all my Switch games are downstairs. I actually have my old Nintendo DS in here and some Sims. I'm just gonna put them elsewhere in my room. I have a bunch of these kind of like old YouTuber books that I just think I'm kind of done with, you know. We've Tanya Burr. I don't care about Tanya Burr anymore. This isn't a good book. These I actually did love. Lauren Conrad's Beauty and Style, but I think I've read them and they're like, oh, they're probably like more than 10 years old now, but they were very good for the time. And then I've got Victoria McGrath's In the Fro Fashion, If you didn't know, I studied fashion for my master's degree, so I do quite like her, so I might keep that book, but the rest of them I think I'm just going to get rid of. So yeah, second shelf out as well, and then I will get into the book organization. But yeah, these are all kind of like my Christian books. And then I've got one non-fiction. I don't really talk about Christian books on my channel because it's very niche, of course. But I've only got one non-fiction self-help book, and it's Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I actually haven't read it yet, but I've heard it's actually excellent. I'm not the biggest fan of self-help books because I find a lot of them can be very selective with research, so they can be very biased. But yeah, no, I heard that this is excellent, so yeah, this is my very old battered Bible, but I love it. I don't think I'll ever get rid of that. Yeah, I just need to organize this a bit better. I'm currently reading like there's so many books I'm in the middle of. I've got this one, Power of Hope. I've got this one, which is Galatians. This one, Enjoying God. This is a devotional, I suppose. But yeah, I'm in the middle of all of these books. I really need to finish some of them. So yeah, this is the rest now. So I've got the 2 free shelves, and I think I'm just going to take everything out and try to divide everything by genre, put them here. So yeah, it's a little bit hard to get like close to my bookshelves because my bed is in the way, but this is probably as close as I can get. I've hit a bit of a snag. I think there's definitely a few books where I'm like, I actually don't know what genre they're in. Like The Call, that's a fantasy. It's a YA fantasy, but it's a YA dystopia. So should I put it in dystopians? I don't know. I think I'll do dystopia. I actually can't wait to read this. This is based in Donegal, where I'm from. Like, let alone books like based in Ireland, which is great, like normal people. Books that are set in Donegal, like County Donegal, I can't get over it. So yeah, looking forward to reading this. It's easier once I've read a book, I'm noticing as well, to see what genre it's in. But yeah, I'll put it in dystopia for now, but I might have to consult Goodreads for a few of these. Okay, this is the state that I'm in at the moment. So actually at the top here I have sci-fi, which is actually more substantial than I thought. Here I've got dystopias, and that's a lot bigger than I thought as well. These are all kind of like thriller murder mystery books, and then I've only got 2 or 3 horror books, so I'll put them together with them. These are all my classics. These are all kind of retellings. So I've got the Circe and Song of Achilles, Greek mythology retelling. I've got Alice in Wonderland there, but I've got To Kill a Kingdom, that is a Little Mermaid retelling. Court of Thorns and Roses is Beauty and the Beast. I believe Red Wolf, Little Red Riding Hood. These Valiant Delights is retelling of Romeo and Juliet. So I thought I would put these kind of separately. So yeah, I've got all my contemporaries over here, and I did divide it by adult and young adult, but yeah, I might mix them together. This is romance. I've actually got more than I thought. And then I've got a little bit of, I don't know, are these fantasy? They're kind of just like fiction books, but I suppose they are kind of fantasy. So I don't really know where to put these. So like The Midnight Library, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, no one is talking about this. I think they are just kind of like fantasy books. These are historical fantasy, and then these are historical fiction. So yeah, I'm going to start putting these on my shelves and seeing if they'll start looking good. But yeah, so far I've got like 3 shelves of just fantasy, and I actually took out, because I want to do a dark academia video, so I think I took all my dark academia books out, because I think I'm going to do a dark academia TBR. And then I wanted to do the Grishaverse. Six of Crows is missing because I'm reading it at the moment, and it is the best book ever. But yeah, I wanted to put the Grishaverse together, kind of standing like this. But yeah, I think I'll make it prettier as I go. Okay, this is what I have so far. I'm going to try to make them look prettier and a little bit emptier, which is nice. So yeah, up here, I think I'll leave these as they are, but basically childhood books. So I've got the Harry Potter series, I've got a series of Unfortunate Events. As I mentioned before, this doesn't really fit, but I just want to kind of keep these books separate because they're all dark academia. Here we have classics. I don't know how I'm feeling about classics and retellings being together. I don't think I'm liking that. But yeah, here are all my classics anyway, all different sizes. I've got this beautiful Alice in Wonderland. And then these are retellings, and I don't know, that just doesn't seem to go together. They're kind of better in fantasy, I think. Anyway, down here we have, I need to separate these, I think, actually. I think they need a shelf each. I have more romance than I realised. And then these are all contemporaries, and I kind of mixed young adult and adult, but getting harder to show. So these are kind of murder mystery books. And then I've got a very, very, very small horror section. Got Mexican Gothic, House of Hollow, and Stephen King. And then down the very bottom, I've got sci-fi. So we've got, this one I'm actually very excited about is Project Hail Mary. So here's fantasy, 3 shelves, and I'm not happy with them. I think I'm going to divide it by height and then put the box set ones together. And then I do like the Grishaverse kind of corner here because I love that series so much. But yeah, I think I'm going to organize things by height. So yeah, down here I have historical fiction. Then I've got a little bit of historical fantasy. And then down here, I didn't realize it would be such a section, but these are all dystopias. So you've got Kazuo Ishiguro, you've got Sophie McIntosh, you've got loads of kind of YA, so like Hunger Games and stuff. But all these dystopians I didn't realize I had. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make it prettier in some way. Also, I'm going to unhaul this because I have 2. I actually got this in my unplugged box, so it's kind of like a floppy paperback version. But I have this version from Illumicrate as well with the sprayed edges. So I actually thought I would leave that facing out because it's so pretty. The same with this one. This is, what is this one? The Wolf and the Woodsman. I just got that from Illumicrate as well. I think I'm changing my mind. I don't think I like it by genre. Like, it's too, I don't know. I think I'm going to do it by height. I think I'm actually going to do it by height. And then I think I might divide it by author, because I've definitely got a few books that are by the same author. And then read and unread maybe as well. But yeah, no, I'm not liking it too much. I thought like the same genres would look good together, but I don't think they do, especially my classics. I'm just like not happy with that. And that's all classic books. I'm not quite sure. I have all of Jane Austen here, so I might do by author. I actually decided to move my Grishaverse stack here because I think I like the look of that shelf. I actually quite like books stacked up the way. But yeah, I think I like using the full length of a bookshelf. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just not too happy with it. I'm just going to play around with it a little bit more. So I think what I'm going to do is divide by hardback and paperback, just so they look a bit more uniform. And I'm going to start by doing it on the fantasy shelves because I have 3. So this is my fantasy, all 3 of these are fantasy at the moment. So I think I'll use this as kind of like the guinea pig shelves to see if it looks better with all the hardbacks and paperbacks together. Okay, I am so much happier doing it by height. So much happier. Like, I know that's very mixed, but it just looks so much more aesthetically pleasing for me. So what I did was put everything kind of like a standard paperback size that seems to be like a standard book, and then put them all together and they're all the same height. I think within them then I'll try to organize by genre, so I'll do one more round of organizing. But yeah, definitely by height. So these are 3 like box sets. I quite like getting box sets when a trilogy comes in a little bookcase like that. I really like it. So I've got Shadow and Bone. I've got, I don't actually know what the trilogy is called, but Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. I've got The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I've got The Folk of the Air. Down here I have The Hunger Games. I've got the Sherlock Holmes collection. So yeah, I just put all my paperbacks together. So I actually have plenty of room. So I don't need to worry about space too much yet. But I think once I get to it, I'll take out these ones that have like a little bit of awkward height. Put all the height ones together and kind of put the awkward ones kind of on the top there. And kind of stack them like that. Because I think they look good. Like I've got this little Agatha Christie. Yeah, they're all kind of like awkward heights. Where these are all the same. This must be a standard size that books must come in. But yeah, so I think that's how I'm going to do it. So yeah, I think I'll do that. So paperbacks, well, apart from Grishaverse can stay. Paperbacks all here. So I'll do the same here. I've got like a few that are very awkward. Like they're the, what are they called? The mass-produced paperbacks. And then I've a few new releases that are just like slightly taller than the standard. I like that so much better. So much better. So here I've got, I just realized I have far more paperbacks. I must prefer, like subconsciously prefer paperbacks over hardbacks because these are all my hardbacks. And as you can see, they're all different sizes, but I think I'm okay with that. The hardbacks must vary just a little bit more than paperbacks do. And then I've got a shelf here. I do notice, I think with new releases, you can get a new release paperback. And I feel like, please correct me if I'm wrong, but they're the size of a hardback. So they're as big as a hardback, but they're a paperback. So I've got a few of those and they all seem to be the same height. So I think I'll keep them together. But yeah, so more paperbacks there. I've got loads. And then I put the books, the non-fiction I've read here, the ones I haven't read here. And then just like my Bible and the current books I'm reading at the moment. So yeah, I think I'm going to do one more round of organising. I've been doing this all day, but I think I just want to make it perfect because like my books are so important to me and I really want to build and display a nice collection. I think I just want to get them perfect. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. So yeah, there we go. I have it done. I actually, jokes, the hardbacks actually are kind of 2 sizes. So you've got large hardbacks and then kind of slightly shorter ones. So actually they're a little bit more uniform now. So yeah, I've got all these with lots of room to grow, which is nice. Move over. Actually sitting on the bed is a little bit easier. So yeah, I've got my series up there. I've got just all these paperbacks. They're all in the same size. One little awkward one there. And then the paperbacks, they're kind of awkward sizing I put down here. Just a few of them are different heights to others. So I just put those there. I have larger hardbacks, shorter hardbacks. The it must be new release paperback. I would say that's what is the section that is. For the time being, I do like how I had it before, like having the box sets like on top of these, but for the time being I just think I'll put my box sets there. And yeah, non-fiction down there. So yeah, I am very happy with that. It's so neat and organized. And actually, I don't know, when I had it by genre, it looked like I had no space. I think sorting by height is definitely space saving. Definitely. So yeah, apologies, I have changed my mind I don't know how many times in this video, but yeah, I just want to get them perfect. So I think I'm going to do one more round of organising actually and just maybe put things where they are at the moment, but maybe by author or genre, but like keeping them in the height sections. So I think I'll just do that, but I'll do that off camera. Hello. So it's actually the next day. It got a bit late and my lighting was disappearing, so I decided not to film the rest of the organisation. So yeah, apologies for me changing my mind, I think like at least 3 or 4 times. throughout this video, but I think that's, I don't know, I'm definitely not a perfectionist, but I do like things to be organized. So I think I just wanted it to be as nice as possible, especially with something like this that's really important to me. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a little overview of what they look like now. So yeah, this is what they're finally looking like. So yeah, this one didn't change much. I'm not like 100% happy with it. I think I like the look of books being stacked this way mixed with books being stacked the other way. So I think this is maybe too many piles this direction, but for now I really like it. Because currently I'm reading these two series. I'm reading a series of Unfortunate Events and I'm reading the Grishaverse. So I kind of like that they're just kind of like there at the forefront. So yeah, this shelf then, I added a little bit of stuff that I got from book boxes. So I've got a little candle collection, this little shadow box, and then some art prints. I actually like the look of the art prints there. I actually think I'll, if I get any more, I think I'll like put them in with the gaps. But yeah, here I've just got all the standard kind of like paperback sizes. I've got them all here. So these 4 shelves are all those kind of like standard paperback sizes. The ones here are the ones I've read in 2021, and I just kind of want to keep them separate, just so I know what I've read so far. But yeah, the rest of these are a mix of books I've read and not read. So yeah, my hardbacks are these 2. So I've got these taller hardbacks and then shorter hardbacks, and they just take up 2 of those shelves. I really like the look of them. So yeah, I actually have this, I don't really know what to do with this. This is a makeup brush. So this is an Alice in Wonderland key, and I just thought I would put it in front of my Alice in Wonderland. I don't really know if it's okay there. I was thinking of like hanging it on a wall somewhere and maybe like chopping the, I'm not going to use it as a makeup brush. I was thinking of maybe chopping the bristles off, but I'm just using it right now as a decor piece. But yeah, so they are my hardbacks. I definitely don't have as many hardbacks. I definitely subconsciously bought way more paperbacks. So they must be, yeah, they must be my subconsciously my favorite type of book size. So yeah, here I've got, what do you call them? So like new release paperbacks. So yeah, I don't have too many of them. Yeah, I just thought they looked good together. I've got this random Romeo and Juliet there because it kind of matches the size. Realm Breaker is a little bit shorter, but so yeah, over here I've just got some little bits from book boxes again. So this is actually a bottle opener, but I just think it's way too pretty. So I thought I would use it as a decor piece. This is a little coin inspired by Fable. So yeah, it's this lovely, what does it say? Rough seas, smooth sailing. It's this beautiful coin. So yeah, that's inspired by, it's inspired by this book Fable. This is actually a duology. I don't have the second book and I actually haven't read this. I just bought this recently. Another Reese Witherspoon endorsement. But yeah, I just thought this, I kind of like the look of it being in the pouch. So yeah, and I think like trinkets can kind of chop and change. And yeah, I've got 2 like fake books. So this is actually a jigsaw puzzle. It's a Lord of the Rings jigsaw puzzle. I got this from Illumicrate. So it's just got a jigsaw puzzle in there. But it looks like a fake book, so I thought it would look good on the shelves. And then this, I think it was Owlcrate. Did I get it in Owlcrate? I can't remember. They're doing a Darker Shade of Magic kind of collection. And I think all the 4 Londons, you're going to get like a tin case for each of them. So yeah, at the moment I just keep my bookmarks in there. So yeah, and then I didn't realise that I actually have 3, I think what you call them is mass-produced paperbacks, because they're actually all the same size, and I didn't realise it. I was like, oh, they're just really tiny books. But yeah, the mass-produced paperbacks must come as one standard size. So I've got a North and South here, The Handmaid's Tale, and then an Agatha Christie. I think that's a Poirot book. So yeah, when I was dividing books by sizes, I didn't realise they were all the same, so that's quite cool. This shelf then, this is like the strangest one, I would say. It's like paperbacks that are strange, kind of strange heights, and actually a few of them are very similar. I can actually see all of these are very similar. So yeah, I don't really mind them together, just being a little bit more varied in size. So like for example, let's take Vita Nostra for example, it is taller than a standard paperback. So any of those books are here. The only book that is very unusual is Malibu Rising, I think. And then this one too, no one's talking about this. It just wants to be its own book. I think. You probably all think I'm obsessed with size. I'm not. I'm definitely not. It's just something I've noticed. So this one, I think because it's a new release as well, it's just kind of like this kind of special size, I think. So it's definitely, it's not like these ones, and then it's much larger than a standard paperback. So it's very unique, very unique size. But yeah, don't worry guys, I'm not obsessed with sizing. It's just how I organized. So yeah, and then at the bottom I've got kind of like my Christian slash non-fiction books. I'm debating leaving these here or not. I think when my bookshelves get a bit more full, I will maybe move these to my living room because my housemates can read them as well. But I have the red ones here, unread ones here, and then like currently reading here. So yeah, that is my shelves at the moment. I am so happy with them. I really like that I added the little trinkets, and they can, you know, they don't always have to stay there. But yeah, I'm just very, very happy with how it looks. It's a pity you can't really see the bottom two, but because of the bed. But so actually what I've learned from this experience is if you need space, organize your books by height. I can't get over when I did the genre organization versus this. I just feel like I have so much more space. So yeah, if you are struggling with book space, definitely organize by height. So yeah, that was my bookshelf organization. It was actually more work than I realized. I thought I would just be like, oh yeah, I'll just like throw my books by genre. No. It like took me all yesterday evening. But it was fun anyway. Yeah, so I think I will do a bookshelf tour at some point in the future, and just talking about each book that I own. I've got a substantial collection, so I thought that would be a cool video to do at some point. I worded these incorrectly, so these are the JYSK, I think it's like GISLINGE. I think it's GISLINGE. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, I said Giselle or something before. That's not it. But I will link them in the description. They're great little bookshelves. Good alternative to the IKEA ones. I find them very strong. Like those books aren't going to like sag them or anything. It was only €25. But yeah, just if you're looking for a good bookshelf but are maybe like a slightly cheaper option. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do anything kind of book related on this channel, so book box unboxings, reading wrap-ups, TBR videos, reading vlogs, anything book related is on this channel if you'd like to subscribe. I have a Goodreads and a Bookstagram, and I'll link them in the description as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!